My friends, welcome. Happy Sunday or Tuesday. Hi everyone. I was just hanging out and swimming, and I wanted to show, I'm just going to set sacred space as I'm getting ready. I wanted to show you guys the probate court stuff. There's so much. And then I was thinking maybe we should go over the channeling stuff. And so I was just kind of hoping that after I sat down, said hello, it's an awesome summer. If you're in New England, we were just at the lake and it's just nice. So I was hoping that when I sat down, set sacred space, it would come to me. And it hasn't. So do you guys want, I don't even know if anyone can hear me or if you're here. If anyone's in here, can you let me know? If you want to, oh, hello. Hi, Florida. Hi, guys. Oh, good. Hi. Do you guys want to do John O'Keefe and his mother? Oh, and you guys were right. Whoever it was John's dad's signature, but I found probate court papers from 1906 signed by John O'Keefe and Margaret Peggy from 1906. And his handwriting is the exact same, even though it's a different generation. It's still the same. When I channeled John after last week, or it was the week before, what happened last week? It's summertime, so all the kids are off. And I'm a professional auntie, so that's what I do. After I channeled John, and his thing was that it's not, hello, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you. Sorry, it's summertime in New England and I'm an auntie. So the kids are home, but they're leaving for camp soon. So I channeled John and he was saying that it's not the paper. Oh, so you guys were right. I was wrong. It wasn't forged. So I was totally wrong. I apologize. Thank you for everyone who gave me the heads up. He was saying it's casting spells with every, like I found the 1906 probate court papers. Then he and his mom, they did have, that's not a rumor. There was quite a custody battle over these children. And I mean, okay. So I'm debating what I want to show you guys and what the vibe is. I'm not really getting a strong vibe for either way. The probate stuff is kind of fun, but it's kind of boring. One thing I did find, though, is, hi, welcome. Welcome. I'm so glad. Oh, thank you. I live at the lake, literally. So I've been in the sun a lot. And it's summertime, obviously. Well, not obvious. If you're in New England, it's a gorgeous summer. And so we go to the beach, or to there's a lake house at the lake. And so I haven't even set sacred space. I've been just kind of catching up. Okay, another thing that I thought was really cool that I can be more than happy to show you guys is, what was that cop's name? She testified, and Deaver, I think is her name. Well, guess what? How come she has McCabe at the end of her background check? I thought that was curious. I didn't want to look into her, but I wasn't that surprised. I was a little surprised, but not tons of surprise. And so I just said sacred space. Let's do the spiritual route. The probate court stuff, maybe we'll do it. I do want to start doing more. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. I do want to start doing more lives, especially when the energy doesn't feel right to go into Canton. The grid is like, we're good there. I'm really hoping that it jumps. Thank you all so much for your help with the land and the grid stuff. I'm really hoping that jump started everything for the globe. Even though I did it every single day for 2 months, I was really hoping that we don't have to do it forever. Some of our friends that are in here, you guys might just be in the members only. I'm going to show you the website I started building for, I called it the Red Thread, Operation Red Thread. Oh, you guys, guess what? One more thing, 2 more things. I wrote 2 books. I know that sounds like very professional, but I wrote a 31-day, and I'm putting them on Amazon. That's why I haven't shown them to you yet, because I want them on Amazon so I can just send you the link. Some of our friends bought the PDF version, and I'll put that up, and you're more than welcome to. But remember, one of them is a 31-day journal, 1 card a day, and the other one is all of the tarot card. Someone mentioned it, and I just decided to make it. On the left is the card. So you have the card. This is a beginner deck. And then it has like all the meanings of it. And then on the left, and then on the right is the like affirmations. What does it mean? So I made that. And that's where I was actually. So I made those 2 books. They're PDFs right now, but I'm putting them on Amazon so we can, I want to use them. So that's the exciting news. But I was kind of waiting to tell you until the Amazon thing was set up, and hopefully it'll be done like tonight. So that's exciting news. And I can't wait to use them. It'll be so helpful. So, thank you. Thank you guys so. Oh yes, Kelly Deaver. Yeah, devious. So Kelly Deaver, if you guys want to see, I can show you her background report. It's not mysteriously has McCabe. So I'm going to bring you guys over. We're going to walk through this. And if you are watching and you don't like when I scroll, please don't look yet, because I just want, oh, good. Thank you so much. I know. I can't wait. I think you guys are good. Oh, I'll show you what they look like. They're cool. I'm personally very excited about them, because when I was learning, well, first of all, my mentor didn't give me anything, which was totally perfect. She didn't give me anything. And so I had to do all this stuff on my own, which was fine. It was like a scavenger hunt. Let's find this. I'm going to find it and show it to you guys. Thanks. I'm really excited. So actually, let's stay focused. We have members only tonight too. And if any of the members only have anything that they want to specifically look at, let me know. Otherwise, it might be like, what kind of mood are we in? So I'll show you the website that I've been building. A few of our friends have the link to it. Here we go. I'm just going to get into it, and then we will make it happen. Especially I'm going to share this with you guys. We'll look at it, and then I want to show you the books too. Well, I couldn't, it was really because the women at class and myself, we have homework. So this, good, you guys can see it. I think there's a way I can make it even bigger. That would be easier. Let's see here. Well, okay. So this is the website that I have begun building. I started building it when we were channeling everyone. And I started building it because it was a huge project, but I also didn't want, since this was the first time that I was sharing it publicly, I didn't want it to just get lost in all of my stuff. The only reason that I have this kid at the very front page of the Welcome to Canton is because this is his quote. They wrote the script and this footage doesn't follow it. This is for Idaho 4, but it applies to our Canton case too, because they wrote the script and then forgot their lines. So here's our Welcome to Canton. We can do some background, historical, yada, yada. Here's like notable figures. This is basically a wiki version. This is probably literally from wiki, but it'll start coming in handy when, I can show you guys the triangle, the Freemasons. Yeah, I think this is lodge number 18. We found the coin in their secret box. Okay, then yada, yada. So that's all the Canton. That's just like the basic overview. Keepers of the Court. This has got to be Auntie Bev and the Cups. Oh, yeah. Okay, so then we have thank you, Turtle Boy, for all of your hard work. Here is the Keepers of the Court. So this is everyone connected to, FOIA requests. You guys, I have probably made 9 FOIA requests for each of Craig Casey, John O'Keefe, and Birchmore. And it's gone as well as you would expect. And okay, so why don't we talk spiritual stuff? Let's go in. So this is Operation Red Thread. I made some tarot cards for this, which I'm going to put, I should put them on Etsy. And I made them small, like our friend, what's her name? We love her. Whispers of the Unsolved, Ashley at the Reckoning. Okay, let's go through this. So here is, I named it Operation Red Thread, probably because I channeled it. I wouldn't have made this up, or this part. And this was the unsealing of the Norfolk County Courthouse vault and restoring the sacred record. So this, I did find some more stuff on Saturn binding spells, and I will show it to you. So these are some quotes. We are not broken. We were just buried. These are a lot of the children. Box 1981. So that was an anonymous voice. I think that was from when we did the actual courthouse clearing that quote came through. And box 1981 is a metaphoric box, or it's not a real tangible box. It's a metaphor for records that I can astral project and I can remote view. So they were missing records from 1978, 79, and 80, which happens to be the years and this is allegedly, I guess, just because it is. And it's an energetic box. Saturn was in the exact same spot that it was in April. In 1981, it was in the same spot it was in April of 2025. There was about probably a 6-day window in those 40 years that it opened up. And that's when we snuck in. And then we were able to break the spell from the inside. So it's generational trauma. Speaking of generational trauma, those 2 little kids are, I don't even know them and I love them. I'm sending them so much love. Also, I found some records to indicate that John O'Keefe was worth, with all of the land in the trusts that he had, about $3.5 million. You don't say. I wonder who wanted to put their paws on that. Anyway, okay. So this is a little explanation. What emerged was not just historical distortion, but generational trauma, suppressed spiritual suppression, and a ritualized system of silence encoded in the courthouse itself. So before the courthouse they have now was there, the last one I think burnt down, and I have all the historical records, but there was something about the location. I think it had to do with the Masonic Lodge. That's not important for right now. Okay. Oh, and this was the first time that I shared with anyone how I did it, or how I do this stuff, and getting it to the out into the public. The souls that we found, like this happens, you hear about ghost stories and stuff. Those are, in my experience, people who died doing routine things, they could have done something else, but like falling down a set of stairs. So that you always hear about the woman on the stairs, or however that looks. They're in a loop, and those are the loops that we broke. But if you ever see that and it doesn't scare you, send them to the light, or just send them to me and I'll send them to the light. They're stuck, but they don't know about time. So that's why you see them in different centuries, clothing and stuff. Okay, so this was something, the hidden records, forgotten names, and buried children. MK Ultra style programming. I know one of our lovely, wonderful, beautiful friends has asked me a couple times to make this MK Ultra video. And I think what we're going to do, actually, instead of making it, is live on it. It'll be easier for me to explain. It starts, for my history friends, it starts at World War II. You guys know Dr. Mandela, Dr. Death. He didn't die. He came to America, this Operation Paperclip. And he came here, and no one can disagree. I mean, you can disagree, obviously, but with the fact that the Nazis were really good at propaganda and persuasion. Well, we brought them right over here and started doing it in America. Obama signed, I want to say in 2012, pretty much the same laws that Germany had. That was, the government is allowed to use propaganda on its people. I don't know why I'm surprised. So MK Ultra is a project that came from the German concentration camps and the sadistic German doctors to control the Mandela effect. That's part of MK Ultra. That's a global changing the story, like changing the history. The girl that I know about is the girl with the Fruit of the Loom. She was awesome. She like lost her mind. And the Mandela effect is fake in the sense that it's propaganda. So I will, my love. I know that you've asked me for this a few times. I'll do it. Okay. We also have bloodline links between the modern trials and the colonial era land grants. That comes from the DAR, Daughters of the Republic of the Revolution. And allegedly, some of those family, all of them, aren't the actual. They did some shady stuff back then. It's the same thing. I mean, nothing's changed in probably all of America. Okay, the voices of the souls were these souls that, and some of their unnamed babies. And we have done a live on that before. And if we come across that page, we'll go through it again. We protect the sacred watchers. Some of them didn't want to leave. They wanted to stay and be the guardians. And they had a job, like say for 400 years, who knows? They were doing the same thing, so they stayed. And we dedicated this operation to every truth teller punished for remembering. All of us, I'm sure, if you're here, sorry, I'm trying to put some of these cards away. All of us have past lives that have death by, you know, the witches, hanging, beheaded, drowning. One time I got to clear all of those. That's the only reason I know. And then you carry that trauma into this life until you clear it. And that's like the fear of speaking the truth. I was literally did not want to go public with any of this stuff. For a few years, I fought it because I had some trauma around speaking and then getting in trouble. So we have the box opens in 1981, the year the truth was sealed. So in 1981, there was a containment spell. This is all in black. This is black magic. If anyone knows magic here or practices black magic, please jump in and correct me. I know a high level overview of it, and I've studied the light side. So I get it, and I know how to break them, and I know how to do black magic. Everyone knows how to do black magic, whether you intentionally do it or not. And so there was a containment spell that was placed on the courthouse, sealing the integration of psychological programming, legal, like, what is this word? It's when you put kids in the orphanage, like reconfiguration and media manipulated justice. That's also known as propaganda. Known to few and forgotten by many, Box 1981 held more than documents. It was a frequency lock. So it locked 40 years ago, and we got in Well, the reason I said 6 days is because when you do moon magic, you have 3 days on each side. So if it's a full moon, you have 3 days before and 3 days after. So that's why I said 6 days. And like I said, if anyone really knows magic, let me know. Oh, please tell me you guys can see this. Okay. Oh, phew. Okay. No, I don't know if John was able to protect his kids from the money. No, I don't think so. I think it all went to the brother. And one of our friends from the research team, I don't know if you're awake yet, but I will send you the link. She was going to double check all the work for me because I can't find, there's some money missing. And I have no idea what it is, but he didn't get to protect his money from the kids. Okay, back to the, what were we doing? We're over here. There's got to be a way that I can make this bigger. I'm going to remove it and then add it again. Maybe I can make it a tiny bit bigger. Oh, then you don't even need me. Oh, there we go. Hopefully that's a little bigger for you guys. Okay. So this was a black magic. It was black magic that had been placed on it. One of our friends also sent me something about the Bridgewater Triangle. I broke that too. There was a woman who had jumped off of, that was a tough story, but anyway. Okay, so we found all the names, we expunged them, we cleansed the emotional residue. What we found inside the box was ancestral bloodlines. We did the courthouse clearing. Karen Reed I will die I'll die on that hill that God chose Karen. I installed we installed a firewall to protect the golden law. That is a universal law, the law of truth. Who cast the spell? This right here, I talked to a Mason. I talked to one of my friends who's involved. What happened, in my personal opinion, I think what happened was if you're involved in anything like Rotary, AA, Mason, if you're a Mason, you follow the same playbook. Rotary, they follow the same traditions and stuff. Every meeting, no matter where you go in the world, it's all the same. I think what happened was the original founders of it set it as it's like inverted in black magic, and then they just passed it down. So it just gets passed down as you learn it. I don't think people intentionally kept doing it unless they were very knowledgeable. And I haven't met with any of them yet. Okay, so the MK Ultra grid, that's all the land-based energetic fields. Here's the homes that appear in it. I do have a map on here, and it is, there's tunnels from the school to the church to the courthouse. I don't know why we would need that, but let's get to the magic. That's the fun stuff. This is the power of magic. Okay, so what we did for Canton. Quantum detangling. The way I was taught is you cut cords. But because we're evolving, thank God, as humans, instead of cutting the cord, you are enmeshed. So say you have an ex you can't get over. Instead of cutting the cord, you release the cords with love. And so it's not a sever. That's a new way of doing it. The way I was taught to do it originally was cutting the cords, but you want to detangle them and not sever them. I'm guessing because it's not healed if you're severing it, but I don't know. Someone might know more. Okay, so this is the power of magic, and I don't mean that magic. Well, if that triggers you, you have some work to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you. I was raised Catholic. I get it. Okay, so we unraveled and unlooped the karmic loops, soul contracts, and hijacked timelines. We unsealed the bound memory fields and gridlocked ancestral codes. We release the embedded spells, false oaths, or distorted identity imprints. We realign the vibrational field to source truth and divine order. There are 12 universal laws. One of them is the law of justice. We call it karma. And I always use the same example about gravity. It doesn't matter if you're nice or not. If you walk off a building, you'll fall. That's the law of gravity. The law of justice is the same way. It'll always come back. So the red thread represents bloodlines, memory and lineage, and spiritual justice. The sacred circle. Okay, I talk about the sacred circle when I call in the quarters. I'm setting a sacred space, sacred circle. It's formed by calling in the 4 directions. So north, south, east, and west. And the south, if you guys want, I can go over that. I've done shorts on it. And that includes the elements too. And then you have source in the center. And then I have this is gatekeeper, but I call him bouncer. And it depends on my mood, who it is. Okay, then we channeled and retrieved. So I use the Akashic records, soul records, and energetic sealed moments. Fire and water are transmutation. So you transmute and release bound energies. Fire is very symbolic. It is a cleansing energy, and water is literally a cleansing tool. So we did scrolls, contracts, wells. When I talked to my friend the Mason, he said not to get stuck on the buildings themselves when we were looking at the triangle. It's the land itself. And so look for wells or other sources of water. And that would be why they built the triangle that way. And ledgers. Okay, I use light language, code activation, and speaking their names out loud. I spoke the words. Your words are your spell. Your words are your wand. Spells are those. Speaking it worked as a key to let us into the chambers, the portals, and the soul recall. Oh, so these are the spiritual laws that we honored. The law of free will, that was the main one. Well, the law of free will, we're the only planet in the entire galaxy that has free will. Look how well we're doing. And so if you override someone's free will, this can happen like if you do a love spell and you ask a specific person to fall in love with you, then you're doing black magic because you're taking away the free will. During this, we did something for all of humanity, but because we can't impose it, I can't remember what it was right now, and I definitely didn't put it in here, but we gave it, so we did something for humanity, and then anyone who was willing and wanted it could take it, but if you didn't know or you weren't awake or you didn't want it, we put it in the grids in the land, so that way it would be available when you did want it or you asked for it. Okay, the law of correspondence, as above, so below. So what happens in the spirit realm always happens here, but we're just like 3 weeks behind. So when we do quantum healing or anything in a different realm than ours, it happens, and I've noticed it takes about 3 weeks to get here. One of our friends was just asking me the other day about asked me if she was jumping timelines or what was happening. And remember when the solar flares happened a couple months ago, and we rode the solar flares, we used them to help us get all this stuff out. And I think it's catching up to her body now, because you can be tired after. Okay, the law of restoration. We wanted to restore the truth. That was my main goal. And then the law of witnessing. So we witnessed, and we gave the souls a name. We also called out, you name the black magic, and then it's not a spell anymore. The law of the spiral. So we don't loop back, we spiral upward. This can happen in your day-to-day life. If you say you're one of those people that wants to lose weight all the time, and then you get on you do it, and then you lose it, and then you get off. I do that with journaling. I'm on a spiral. I start journaling, and then I feel better, and then I stop. So that's an example. Okay, consistence. We work with consent and integrity. That's a white witch thing. I mean, every ritual begins with the permission check. Has the soul, the site, or the structure asked to be cleared? So there was something that happened, and I have no idea who it was, and I honestly could care less. There was a medium or someone on YouTube was going into 34 Fairview and not asking permission. And so 34 Fairview shut down, and she asked me to put a black cloak over, like an invisible cloak over her, so that if you didn't use the universal law of permission, like the dark side doesn't ask to come in, they just come in, but you wouldn't walk into someone's house. So she asked me to put a cloak over her to make her invisible so that people couldn't just pull her energy. John did the same thing, and we did that for him around the time of the trial. Okay, we closed all the portals and grids that were open during the ritual. We honored all the spiritual beings involved, I didn't do any, that's not my job to do reckoning, but anyone aligned with the highest truth and source light was welcome to talk. And when we did meet resistance, we recalibrated and sent them to source or whatever. One of our friends was helping, and there was a Doberman. That's really common. There was a Doberman guarding remember we were talking about the secret basement? There's a Doberman guarding the secret basement. And so we handled that accordingly. But if you're new to the spiritual stuff, I would definitely use a mentor or get someone you trust that works from integrity and isn't willy-nilly about it. That's all I can say. Okay, this is our timeline, so I can do this again. Hopefully we got it done enough for the whole globe. You can use this framework. Okay, these are the final seals. Here's the spells that we did. There was a viaduct, message of forgiveness, and activation. I wonder if I should do this by location. Why don't we do that? Oh, you know who? I'll do that with members only. We'll do Jennifer, McCabe, and Auntie Bev. We talked to their higher selves. We're going to do the members only in about 25 minutes. We talked to their higher selves, and that was interesting. And we'll do the John and Kevin. Why? This was the daily ritual exercise. I'm just looking at these to see where we should start. Oh, why don't we start with the river? We'll start at the viaduct. Meeting the feminine beneath the water. Actually, we should start at the courthouse. I'm getting a hard stay in the triangle. All right. Oh, we did 1473. Where is the courthouse? Oh, here. Okay, sorry, team. Where's the courthouse stuff? Oh, I wonder if it's in the Keepers of the Court. Perps. Bloodline. Maybe it's in here. Oh, this goes back. Oh, these are... Okay, I'm going to take a break. I've talked for long enough. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad... Oh, hello, our friends. All right, so that's... If we want to keep going, I feel like I've talked for long enough. This is a soul contract right here. We talked about this. Vanzetti and Yannetti. He was executed wrongly, and then he returned as to vindicate the wrongly accused. This is my personal humble opinion, and so that's Vanzetti and Yannetti. It's cute. You can tell. Paul O'Keefe. What does Paul want? Oh, there was a question Judge Thayer, he also goes back to the Mayflower. He was the judge during the Sacco and Vanzetti trial. And perhaps Paul's carrying his energetic echo. That's okay. I don't know about that, but here are the cycles of the people. All right, I'm going to take a break. I've been talking long enough. Does anyone? Hi, everyone. So glad that you're here. And no, John didn't protect his money from the kids. Or for the kids, I'm sorry. Well, I don't think that he planned on getting murdered. No. But he had, in the trust, he had his parents' property, his property, and then he got the Furbush property, the one meadow. No, wait, one meadow. What's 11? There was a house with an 11. They were all under his name. The kids were also getting Social Security. I should show you. I do have a spreadsheet for that. Social Security. Patrick was, his worth on paper was like $200,000. It was all in John's name. Shocker. And I do have spreadsheets for that if you guys want to look at those. But I don't think that, no, John didn't get to protect it for him. Unfortunately. Poor guy. All right, let's check some of these these comments. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for coming. How long did we do these for? Is this for an hour? Is this one? I can't remember. For the members only, I'll show you guys the Jennifer McCabe higher self. We broke, that's a higher self channeling, and then Auntie Bev channeling. They were pretty heavy. And John O'Keefe and Kevin had, they were enmeshed. They had some karma that needed to be worked out, but Kevin didn't do it, so he gets to come back and do it again. I've cleared and you don't really have karmic like stuff anymore. Your soul like has residue that carries over. So once you name it, it comes to light and then you can clear it. And secrets make you sick. Okay, so that's what we'll do for next week. Oh, we'll do a lot. I don't want to wait until next week. I want to do it more often, but we'll do it for our friend. I don't know if you're in here, but who's asked me a few times to do MK Ultra. I'll just do a live like this to explain it. And hello, everyone. Cheryl with an S. Hi, Cheryl with an S. Thanks for coming while you're doing your dishes. Drama must remain on the stage. I love you. I see you a lot. Thanks for coming. Lucinda, I see you a lot too. Thank you. No, John wasn't able to. I don't think. Perhaps someone. Oh, one more thing I do want to show you guys is the library of all of. There's a friend from here who sends me old newspaper articles or land grab stuff on Facebook or in my email, and I just make a PDF for it. And all of the this isn't all of the documents, but I knew I was going to be showing it to you guys, so I wanted to look at it, get it a little organized. It's right here under our document hub, and these are the source documents. I do know a few Virgos who are in here, and if any of your Virgo-ness is rising and you would like to help organize this, please do. And so these are like the documents. This isn't all of the documents by any means, but I did want to get them organized so that you guys could start looking, or if anyone cares, it's all right here. People like, oh, HR complaints for Mr. Albert, stuff like that. Anything that I found, or if any one of our friends sends me newspaper articles, Turtle Boy stuff, it's all in here. Okay. And now, we are going to, I just want to chat with you guys for a little bit because I just talked for like 25 minutes. Hi, Keith. Welcome. Welcome, Susan. Cheryl with an S. Yes, I love that. No, John, I will, if you guys care about the probate stuff. I see you. Deanna Peterson, we will figure your stuff out. I've never heard that before. Sally Shepherdson, the adopted children of John. I don't know how they're doing. And I don't know. I would say that, and I don't believe in counseling because it's all from the same machine. I believe in counseling. Don't get me wrong. I just don't believe in the machine counseling you. But I think that they probably have some trauma. Well, look who's raising them. It's the only thing that I'll say, and I don't have anything nice to say. Okay. Oh, yeah. So, Deanna Peterson, if you're coming in late, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Your girl wrote 2 books. I know this sounds overachieving. 2 books. Oh, while we're here, I'll show them to you guys. Right now, they're just in PDF form. I'm working on getting them on Amazon. By the time, well, hopefully by tomorrow, I was waiting to show them to you guys when it was on Amazon so I could send you the link, just show you the link. But it took a little longer and I kind of forgot about it. So I'm going to pull them up right here and I'll show them to you guys. And one of our lovely friends is proofreading it for me. And so let's see here. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just downloading the PDF so you can see them. And you can grab the PDF right now if you want. And, but if you want to wait, then, because I want the book, I want to be able to like hold it. Okay, so we have the daily journal and what did I name this one? It's like the tarot. Can't remember, but it's every single one. Oh, and there's a course too. Oh, that's another thing. There's a course for all of the tarot cards. Oh, that I just will show it to you, and then I can it'll explain itself. Okay. Oh, sorry if you're doing dishes. We'll start with this one, and then I'll find the other one. Or maybe we'll look at it later. It's still downloading. Okay. All right, let's just chat. I'm just going to chat with you guys. Otherwise, hi, Kate. Hi, welcome. Oh, thank you, Cheryl with an S. That's awesome. I do want to show it to you guys because I also made a class. It's a self-paced class that's on your own with the 78 cards with the definition and breakdown of each one and the symbolic meaning of them. Because for me, learning the major arcana, those are where are my regular cards? We had class the other day. And so I have the beginner ones, but these, if you're learning tarot or you're intimidated, I would highly recommend, I was taught, and please, whatever feels comfortable for you, I was taught on Rider-Waite. My mentor was obsessed, and that's fine because it worked. But these beginner Rider-Waite are awesome. And they tell you like, this is the temperance card, what the number is, what it means in reverse. Anyway, these are your major arcana cards. There's 22, and they're the major life events. Anything else, like this little 2 of Pentacles, is the day-to-day stuff. So you have the major arcana, that's all the major events, and then you have the minor arcana. Those are the day-to-day things. And but right now, I'm going to show you guys the journal. This is the daily journal because I do need to start journaling more. I get that message all the time. And I thought if I was doing something connected to class or to tarot, then I could commit. So this one, I'm going to pull it up. So this is, all right. Hopefully, let me make sure you guys can see this. Nope, no, you can't. Okay, so this is the daily journal. And if you want the PDF, then you can grab it right now. If you want the book, then hopefully in the next day or two, it'll be there. So this is just kind of an intro, what you need to know. These are like cheat sheets. I guess I can slow down. So this isn't the like main thing. Once I'm holding it, that'll be cool. And this is just an introduction. This is all about, so back in the mystery schools, the tarot is used, and they called it something else, but it was used as an initiation tool. It was a 365-day initiation. And I was taught that way. I was not taught the way, I don't know how people learn it now, but that wasn't the way I was taught. And then these are things like, one of my girlfriends asked me, what does cut the deck mean? These are like some cheat sheet, things that you need in there. What does minor arcana mean? This is an example. So this is the journal. So this is an example of, I need to pull it up closer. You have, oops. Okay, you have the date and time. So it's 431 day, like month. The deck you use, like if you don't use Rider-Waite or whatever it is, sometimes I use other ones, and the mood that you're in. These are your thoughts. Like, I think I used leaving Corporateville. Like, oh, that took a long time. I was afraid to leave Corporateville. And so the question is, where in my life should I take action? And then this was the card I got, the Knight of Swords. And so I looked it up. Well, I probably looked on the beginner deck. And this is all of the things. The numbers are important. And then, okay, so this is the journal. So you have this little guy, and these are once a day, or one card a day. So that's one of the little books. Good evening. Oh, Hippie Sue, it's been so long since I've seen your name. Welcome. Hi, everyone. So glad you guys are here. Thank you so much for coming. And if anyone has any questions, we still have about 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, because we're going to jump over and do the members only. If any of our members are in here and would like to join us, I did figure out the link. So, I'm still little. I did figure out the link after that last time, so we should be all set over there. We're going to talk about Jennifer McCabe's higher self channeling and Auntie Bev's higher self channeling. And if we have time, we'll do the John O'Keefe and John and Kevin Albert. One thing I did make since the last time I saw you guys was a family tree of Ancestry. That's what I was just thinking. I didn't make a family tree. The Alberts, I made an Ancestry family tree for the Alberts. And that has been fun. If any of our friends are into Ancestry and would like to be an editor in there, let me know. And of course, then the more the merrier. I mean, the more eyes on it, the better. Oh, yes, Cheryl with an S. Thanks. Cheryl with an S. Oh, I never even realized a lot of Cheryls go with the C. Got it. Hello, Simone. Oh, hello. I see you all the time too. Welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. We were just talking about, so I made a website a long time. Well, I've been working on it for the Red Thread project. The Red Thread name came from the bloodlines of all of these same characters that were happening in Canton. Canton is a micro example of a macro problem. And I wouldn't say it's a problem. It's if you're doing any of the land prayers, you're helping break. Oh, maybe that's why it's still breaking. Yesterday I got some good news with our grid. After we clear it, like for this one, for example, I put in fail safes, like a guard, so that it can't get hijacked. And we've done that for AI too. One of our friends had a premonition of something that was going to happen, but we took care of it. So you're all set. So anyway, we put fail safes in, but Canton's a micro example of the entire. If you looked a little deeper into any of our stuff, I'm sure it's all the same because it's all. And so when we fix Canton, we are fixing the whole world's stuff. So thanks for your help with the grid work. I bet that's why I needed a break, because I just I just wanted a break from it. So if you're still doing it, that's awesome. I'll probably get something to go back in. Well, when I feel called to, I could just go back in. Or if something's going on, I do. Okay. Next, one of these, I know one of our friends has asked me a few times to do the MK Ultra explanation. I will do that. I will also, we'll go over some more of the Canton grid for anyone interested in land clearing or soul clearing, if you feel drawn to it. And perhaps you were a grid worker and it's a soul contract. Perhaps, I don't know, but we signed up for it. So if it's resonating with you, I'm guessing you're on the team. And then I showed you guys the website. If any of our Virgo friends or anal friends want to help with the website, I mean, it's right there, or the ancestry.com, please do. We should go through the Ancestry for anyone interested. It's a treasure chest of, well, now too, I'm putting all the court documents in Ancestry for generations to come. Jen McCabe's like great-great-granddaughter is going to see what she was doing. But that's what happens. So with that, oh, and your girl has, I feel like writing, when I say I wrote 2 books, I have, that feels like a little too much. But be on the lookout for PDFs. Well, right now you can get the PDFs of a daily tarot journal. Oh, I didn't find the other one. And tarot by card symbolism. And on the left-hand side, it will be the tarot card. On the right will be the spot where you can journal with journal prompts and a little fast fact about the card that you can't find on Google. A lot of it was channeled messages from the olden days. And so you can't find it. I didn't put any of the initiation or the mystery school stuff on that. That's for a different group. And when they're ready, then I get to show it to you. And apparently I'll know, or you'll know when it's time. So with that, I will love you and leave you. I haven't felt called to do any tarot readings lately. I don't know why. Maybe it just needed a break. And we went over some fast facts, what to do. Once I get that Amazon link, though, and I order it, then we'll do it. What was the... Oh, okay. Thank you for this, Barbara O'Connor. Okay, the question is, what was the beef between Brian, our friend John, and KA? And was it personal work? Okay, so this is Kevin Albert. So what I found out, was it work-related, personal, or both? Kevin Albert really laid low during all of this after getting his hand slapped at the beginning. You know who's, perhaps it's there now, but on the screenshot I took about 2 weeks ago, he wasn't on the Canton Police Department's phone log. Like, if you just go right now to the Canton Police Department, it says active officers, and it'll show you like their desk number. Kevin wasn't on there. Kevin and John O'Keefe have karmic bond, Kevin betrayed John in a past life, or in the past. And this was his chance to do the right thing, and he didn't. So he gets to come back and do it again. And when you fail a soul lesson like that, that must suck. That means you get to just come back, throw that meat suit back on, and do it again. And you'll be in the same situation. Okay, for example, I just did a past life regression yesterday of a woman who, and if you're in here, I'll keep her in anonymity as much as possible. But she was having some hard things. So before you go in, we set our intentions. And It's to figure out what's going on, you know, with health stuff. And anyway, so she was in one of her past lives. She was a merchant. She was a 35-year-old man from Morocco, and she was a merchant. She had ships, she had a crew, the whole 9 yards. And one night she was on the pier and she got jumped. Well, she was a man then, but he got jumped and a dagger was stabbed through his heart. So in this lifetime, we cleared the dagger, like pulled it out so she could heal. Her heart could heal. Well, the people on that crew that set her up in that lifetime got to come back and did it again this lifetime. So it was a karmic lesson for both of them. Who do you surround yourself with? And are you going to do the right thing? Like, you know, it's easy to get caught up in it's called the bystander thing. You stand around like at car accidents and stuff. And so what John and Kevin had was something very similar. I didn't go into it, or if I did, it's in the notes. They had old karmic beef, and it's not beef. Like on the spiritual side, there are no mistakes. It's just a learning opportunity. And Kevin had the opportunity and he failed it when John went to D&E Pizza the day before, or the day that he took it, the day he died, or something. Whatever day he went with his nephew to D&E, that was a temperature check, and Kevin failed it at that moment. Sorry, Kevin, you get to come back and do it again. That's the best part about, I mean, if you fail 11th grade, you don't get to go to 12th grade. So Kevin gets to come back and do it again. That was the beef. The universe is giving you a vacay. Yes, Cheryl within us. Seriously, the universe is giving me a vacation. Thank you. We worked our asses off for 2 straight months. Like literally nights till 4 a.m. were very common during Karen Reed's trial, especially depending on the moon and the stars and suns, all the stuff. One time I had to do something at like midnight, or I don't remember. It was wild, but we did it. Yeah, the universe is giving me a break. So thank you all. Yeah, I think it's giving me a break too, because if anyone's written me comments and I haven't answered, I honestly haven't looked, but these 2 books will be ready hopefully like tomorrow. And once I have those, then I'll be back in. That's where I've been. I totally forgot about those. Thank you. Couldn't figure that one out. Yeah. So Barbara was just asking me what the beef was. It's an old karmic bond that Kevin failed. And I don't know why I'm laughing. I think I'm just laughing because I guess it's just getting exposed. It's not funny by any means, but it's kind of like the Peggy O'Keefe thing. I'm not taking gratitude I don't know. So that's the thing. They had old beef and Kevin failed, so he gets to come back and do it again. And I'm hoping that John had a lot of enmeshment with Karen and Kevin, probably some other people. So we were quantum detangling. We were detangling them so they could both stand. You want to be like the two, like 2 pillars. So in love, you come together as 2 individual people. If you don't, then Codependent No More is a good book for you. But what can happen is enmeshment. Happens like families. My mother and I have mommy issues. I got to do a lot of work on that. So, and I'll be back more, especially once I get that link so we can order those books. And then I'll show them to you. And if you've noticed, I haven't put anything up. I just did, the universe gave me a vacation. That's what I was on. I was on a spiritual vacay. So with that, I will love you and leave you. If you are a member, join us. We're just going to jump over to the members only, and we'll go through Jennifer and Auntie Bev's higher self channeling. So we can go through that stuff. And with that, I will love you and leave you. Thanks for being here, everyone. I love you. I'm so glad to see you. And I'll see you before next week, of course. But I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. Good night.